Buzzious. First, I'm going to show you how you can create a brand new website with Buzzious in under 1 minute. Then I'm going to show you how you can take a little more time to create an amazing, beautiful, full-featured, content-rich website that is ready to monetize and start profiting from immediately. All right, so first you'll see your dashboard kind of like this. Click your username and click your sites. All right, let's start the 1 minute countdown starting now. Click Create New Site. Select a site name. I'll just create one called Bitcoin News. The subdomain, we'll just call it Bitcoin. I've been into that stuff lately. Click Create Site. Then click your username again, click Your Sites, and under Options, select an option and manage the site that we just created. First, we need to create a category, so click Categories, and we'll add a category. We'll call the category Bitcoin News, so we'll add that category. Now, technically the website's done already, but I want to add some content, so we'll say Add Post, Add Curate Post. For the post source, I'm going to select Bloomberg. I'll show you all these other post sources in just a few minutes. Category is going to be Bitcoin News, and then the keyword, I'm just going to say Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and search. I'll select the very first article that comes up, scroll down and click Add Post. You can see success, post added successfully. Now let's take a look at that site that we just created. I'll click View Site, and you can see this site is already made. It is Bitcoin and Bitcoin News. We've got this article that we've added, and within this article we have all kinds of stuff, commenting and like buttons and all sorts of stuff, and that's in under a minute. Now I'm going to show you how we can make this into a really nice website by taking a little more time, and you're going to be blown away at what this Buzzious platform can do in a very short amount of time. Again, you've seen that it can actually generate a website in under a minute, but if we take a little more time, we can create something that is truly a good-looking website, one that we can make money with. All right, so let's go back and kind of fill in some of those steps that we took pretty quickly. Let me go back to Your Sites, and then on this Bitcoin News website that we just created, I'm going to select an option. I'm going to click Edit. And so we can add an address, a country, and a city. Now that's optional. So I'll put in an address that is not my address, but is a local address here. I think it's a business address or maybe some apartments or something like that. West Horsetooth Avenue, USA. That's Fort Collins, Colorado. Let's try that. Oh, I need a space here between Bitcoin and News. So you can always edit this stuff later on. We'll go ahead and save those changes. And now we're going to kind of run down through these features and add them one by one and show you what we can do with this Buzzious platform. So if you're familiar with WordPress, it's kind of like WordPress, but even more simple. It's just simplified, stripped down with all the stuff that you don't need, and really made easier and even more powerful in a way. So with Pages, we can click Pages and see if we have any pages yet. You can see by default it gives you some legal type of pages, terms and conditions, disclaimer, and all that kind of stuff. You can add your own pages. You can add an unlimited number of pages. I'm going to go ahead and start with posts because I think that's easier than pages. Then I'm going to come back and show you how to add some pages after that. So if we wanted to add a post, so we could add a post manually, or we could add what's called a curated post or a video post. So 3 different types of posts that we can add. So we can add a manual post, a curated post, or a video post. I'll show you each of those. So adding a post, let's go ahead and give it a title. We'll call it Bitcoin News for, and we can put in today's date, okay? Now, just to make this video a little more evergreen, I'm not going to put the real date of today in this right now, but this would, if you were, say, like a blogger or an expert on a topic, you could come in here and, you could create your post of the day or whatever. You can put in your summary and your description. This is all good stuff for SEO. Keywords, you don't really need to worry about too much. Google doesn't really look at the keyword meta tag these days, but the summary and description, absolutely. You definitely do want to fill that out because that can help with your SEO. Add to slider, I'll show you what that means once we add that. You could add it to your picks, so we'll show you what that means as well. Show only to registered users. We don't want to do that because we want this to be available to the public, but there is a good reason why you might want to only show certain content to registered users, and that is that it can help you build a list of subscribers. All right, and then we'll enter the content here. So here is my overview of the Bitcoin market for today. All right, so here's point number 1, and then I'll go on to point number 2. Now, obviously, I'm not taking the time to write a real article here, but that is something you could do. Again, that's kind of the point of a manual article, or you could go find one. You could go over to Easy Articles or someplace that has articles that you can take and get one there. But this is a good way to add your own unique content that you've written yourself. And then you can select your category. We've only added one category so far. That's Bitcoin news, and that fits. And then an image. It's great to have a main post image. So let's go over, and I'm going to show you guys how to grab an image. We'll go over to Pixabay. Pexels is another one. Now, if you are a member of our Media Cloud Pro platform, that's Media Cloud Pro, I believe it's .co. Yeah, so if you're not a member, head over to MediaCloudPro.co, and you can get access to over 9 million media assets. So if you're not a member, go ahead and join that. Otherwise, you can also find images at a site like Pixabay. So I'm going to go ahead and just search for Bitcoin. And let's just grab, a random one. So I'm going to go ahead and do a right click. I'm going to save this image to my hard drive. Save it to my downloads folder. Go back over to this post. I'm going to go where it says select image. And I can either drag and drop or browse for it. And I'm going to drag and drop that image that we just downloaded. I'm going to select that image, click select image, and there we go. We'll scroll down and click save changes. Now if I go over to posts, click all posts, and you can see this article has been added to the site. Now if I were to go back to our home page and refresh it, you can see that this article along with this image have been added. I also added it to the slider. So this is the slider here on the home page. If I click this right arrow, you can see now this article is featured in the slider. That's what the slider means. Now obviously we're going to want to get rid of this demo page. We don't want it to say Buzzious on here. We're not trying to make the Buzzious name the primary thing on the website here. This is just a placeholder. It's all about whatever you want the site to be about, your name, your brand, your logo, all that stuff. So back on our list of posts, I'm going to go ahead and delete the demo post. Okay, so that was one that we added completely manually. Now let's add another one using the curation option so I can show you some more of the curation options and abilities. So for post source, you can see that we have a whole lot of different sources available. We've got the News API, Bloomberg, BuzzFeed, CNN, ESPN, Fox News, Google News, Medical News Today, TechCrunch. Now this list might change from time to time depending on if these websites change their rules or APIs or things like that. This list may grow. We may take a few off the list, but the point is you're going to have a lot of content options to choose from. Associated Press, the BBC, Reddit, Wired, all kinds of stuff. So again, since I'm dealing with a finance topic here like Bitcoin, Bloomberg is an easy place for me to find some content. And so again, you can select your category that you want to work with. So category is going to categorize those posts that are made. So let's say, in fact, before I create another post, let's go ahead and go back to categories and let's create a new category. So maybe in addition to Bitcoin news, I want to have altcoin news, or maybe I want to do one on Ethereum. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. Ethereum news. And we'll add that to the menu as well. Now let's go back to add post, add curate post, and let's see if Bloomberg has any Ethereum news. I think it's actually supposed to be with an E. Let's see, Ethereum. I think that's right. I can go in and change. I can fix that. I'm going to search, and sure enough, there it is, Ethereum. So I'm going to select this Ethereum article, scroll down, add post. I'm going to go back to my categories and fix that category that I spelled wrong. So right here, Ethereum news, select option, edit. I'm going to change that I to an E. Save that. Now, if I go back to my home page and refresh it, you'll see that here across the top of the page, we have a menu. We've got Bitcoin news and we have Ethereum news here on the menu. We can also add our own custom menu items. We also could have taken these off of the menu if we want to. So back there under categories, under options, you can edit a category and you can choose not to show it on the menu. In this case, I want to show it on the menu. I think we can have a few main categories like Bitcoin news, Ethereum news. We do need to remove that demo category though. So that's something you'll want to do is go over here to demo. You can either edit the demo and just change it to something else, or you could simply delete it. So let me go ahead and delete, make sure that you could customize these websites, make them your own, right? That was paramount to me when we were developing this platform. It's all about your own branding, your own name, your own logo, your own URL. You can add your own content. You can build your own list. You can add your own squeeze pages, all of that stuff. And then within that framework, now you can grow it on autopilot. Same thing with videos. We can add a video automation and say, we'll say Bitcoin video of the day, keyword Bitcoin, and we'll just say weekly. We want to add, no, we'll do hourly. I think we need to add daily to this. I'll talk to the developers and see if we can add daily. But for now, you can certainly go hourly. And again, we can set that up to go for years and years and years. And so this, instead of fetching news articles, is going to fetch videos and post them on your site. So again, we're talking about content rich. So those same types of content that we looked at when we were fetching the auto curate articles, stuff like this, stuff like Elon Musk, this guy here, crypto miners competing with gamers for NVIDIA. The same kind of rich, valuable content, the stuff that people are searching for, is the same kind of stuff that is going to be added to your website on autopilot over and over again. Now, if you're worried about what that's going to look like, there is a setting to where you can basically moderate the content before it's posted. So again, going back to settings, I believe it's under general settings. You can enable approved posts before publishing. Otherwise, if you want it to just go straight to the web, you don't review it, it just goes straight up, you can disable that. And if you save that with that disabled, this is just going to grow on autopilot for years and years and years. I set up a demo site recently and went back and checked, and sure enough, like a week later, it had over 200 posts. And all of them were relevant. As long as you have a topic that has a keyword that is going to be found within those media sites that we've listed, it's going to find relevant content. So there you go, guys. In less than 1 minute, you can create a brand new website on any topic with our Buzzious platform. And with just a little more time, let's just say less than an hour, because I've done this entire demonstration in less than an hour, you can have a full-featured, beautiful, content-rich website that is actually not just ready to monetize, but in fact monetized. You can go out there and grab some affiliate links. Anyone can jump over to ClickBank or JVZoo or Commission Junction or somewhere and grab some affiliate links. Put them on here. I've shown you the ad slots, all sorts of different places to put ads on this website, all sorts of ways you can post custom content, all sorts of places you can post your own opt-in forms. You can even post your own squeeze pages. You can also build a subscriber list directly through our platform. So if you don't have Aweber, in fact, you can still build a subscriber list and then contact those subscribers through our platform. So there are so many ways to monetize this. And again, very, very easy to do, very quick. We're talking about a matter of minutes and to build a full-featured, content-rich website less than an hour. That's phenomenal. And you can do it over and over and over again. You can have your own portfolio, your own empire of content websites pulling in traffic and leads and income for you. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this demo of Buzzious. I know I certainly enjoyed making it. So go out there, create some sites. We look forward to seeing what you do with this amazing platform.